the Meadows does really, really well is provides hope and healing for those in need.
Addictions are oftentimes hidden in the dark. Trauma is oftentimes hidden in the dark. And yet the best thing that we could possibly do is bring it out into the light. At the Meadows, we can help. There are answers. There is a way out.
One of the gifts of recovery is that I can speak to that, I can address that, because I can understand the disease from the inside out. And having the disease and understanding what it is allows me to talk about it in a way that's very different.
Young adults don't ask for help oftentimes because they don't know what that help would look like. Recovery is really about connection with self and a connection with others. What we really do is by the time you leave us, you know that you can live your life differently. You know that.
So one of the best aspects of Willow House is that it's a very small program. We have 10 beds in the program, all women, all wrestling with very similar issues, and so it's a very private community.
Sex addiction is really a brain disease. The whole point of the Gentle Path program is to help the addict get to a point where they can build a lifelong freedom from the desperation of being caught in addiction.
People can get in 5 days here what would take them a year or more in an hour weekly individual therapy.
Eating disorders are the most complex psychological disorder out there. So we want to educate them and their loved ones on what is an eating disorder. When they leave, that is going to be the key component to continued recovery.
What we have here is a really unique setting and a really unique opportunity to help people come about change in a really wonderful way. And this can go from an executive who has to continue running a company while they're here, to a professional athlete who has an intense workout schedule they have to adhere to whilst they're in treatment.
And we treat the same things in outpatient that we treat at the Meadows inpatient campuses. We're treating the underlying core issues. What we're treating has nothing to do with drugs and alcohol or trauma. It has to do with being a human. Recovery is about learning how to tolerate our emotions without needing to numb. Just exist, and contentment and peace and serenity and joy, which is what any human being has the birthright for.
We all have our own wounding, we all have our own trauma, we all have our own story, and bringing healing to our narrative enables us to be more productive members of society.
When people leave, they're going to have a sense of direction in their life, and maybe more than anything, they're going to have a sense of hope, and you deserve that sense of hope because everybody can recover.
We go to that space that is authentic in who you are, that commitment that you've made for your life's work to have meaning, to make a difference in people's lives. We go right to that space to help you find a lifetime of recovery.
The most important thing is teach them how to value themselves, how to go through a process enough so they realize that their strengths don't make them better than and their weaknesses don't make them less than. The strengths is your journey, your mistakes are your teachers.
This moment is really precious. Don't let it just go by. Do something.